course, the night before Thanksgiving, we are making sweet potato pie. Now, I did chop up some sweet potatoes for yams that I will be making later on. And then I kept the whole potatoes for my sweet potato pie. So I went ahead and got some hot water boiling. These were huge potatoes. Really, in my head, this is like 6 potatoes. So I'm using that method for my measurements for my pie. So with that being said, I do have a recipe that I like to use. If you want the full details on it, you got to go get the cookbook that's linked in the bio. But I did add in some nutmeg, and I doubled up because I'm making 4 pies instead of 2. So this is a double recipes. You can add brown sugar, a squeeze of lemon, condensed milk, and evaporated milk. Now, I did not have my condensed milk. Y'all know it's always something that you forget. So you can use half and half instead, whole milk, whatever, to make it right. Now, I typically mix it up first by hand, and then I go into a blender or a food processor, whatever you may have, and blend it up because you want it to be smooth. You do not want any strings in your sweet potato pie unless you like it like that. I don't like it like that, so I'm not gonna have that. You see how smooth it looks? It should be like a puree where babies can eat it. Yeah. And I typically add more brown sugar towards the end, and I do a taste test, and then I add in my eggs. Again, this is enough for 4 pies, so I'm doing 4 eggs, 2 eggs per pie. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not making that much, don't use that many eggs. Then I went ahead and mixed it together by hand because by this time you're just kind of like folding it in. I had some Marie Callender's frozen pie crust, and I just used the egg wash mixture to put that onto the crust to make it more crunchy when it comes out. And this was kind of a deep dish, so I was able to add more into it. Do y'all see that? It literally looks store-bought already, and it ain't even going in the oven. And speaking of ovens, go ahead and preheat your oven to 400 degrees because you're going to put it in there for about 30 to 45 minutes. And look how that came out. And then I did the same thing. I had an additional pie crust, but these were the kind that you roll out. And I just had some aluminum pans, buttered those down, put the pie crust on top, and filled it up. And baby, that was enough. Literally just made 4 pies. Yep. Six sweet potatoes will make 4 pies. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Bye, y'all.